Hey everyone, welcome to this short video tutorial. This is about short exam questions. In particular, I'm looking at the A-level paper 3 from 2018, and this video will outline what the short questions are, some tips to answer them, an example question from the crime paper with a mark scheme, student answer and examiner comments. On paper 3, like paper 1, there will be two short questions, a 4 mark and a 6 mark. These questions will ask you to outline 2 or 3 things. They could be factors, features, reasons, cause, effect, functions, ways, problems, advantages, disadvantages, and criticisms. For example, outline 2 reasons for ethnic differences in criminal conviction rates. Your answers should be short. For each point you are asked for, 1 or 2 sentences will be enough. Start at each point on a separate line, and if you are not sure if all your points are right, you can think of an extra one. You can put that down instead. You should spend 1.5 minutes per mark. So that means for a 4 and a 6 mark question equals 10 marks in total. Allocate at most 15 minutes. But I would suspect most students will answer them much quicker than that, leaving you lots of valuable time to spend on your longer answers. So let's have a look at this 6 marker. I would recommend that you read the question once, then the second time read again, underline key words and for the instructions, and one final time to double check you understand what exactly the question is asking. So as you can see, this looks like a very straightforward question, but you can see by the mark scheme that it will be looking for very specific criticisms, rather than things like, a feminist would argue that it ignores gender, for example, which is too generic. So there are 2 marks available for each point that you make. So you'll see it 1 mark plus 1 mark there. And the first is the identification point, for example, determinist. And then the second mark comes from the explanation. For example, it wrongly assumes that labelling automatically leads to a deviant career, or something similar to that. So let's have a look at a student answer to see exactly how did they gain the marks. Visually, you can see that the student has given 3 distinct points. I love the fact that she uses sentence starters to indicate that she's moving on to a second reason. The structure of each point is the same. She starts by identifying what the criticism is in that first sentence. For example, why primary deviance occurs in the first place, or that it's determinist, or that it's ignoring wider social structures. And then she clearly explains these criticisms. So she does this obviously because she uses "this means," and she does that in each sentence. And this shows that she's about to offer an explanation. So overall, this student has got 6 out of 6 for this answer. So here is the important bit, the examiner's report. This question was generally answered well. The most frequent cited criticisms was that the theory is determinist, and this was usually explained correctly. Thumbs up. Other frequently cited criticisms included the theory's failure to explain primary deviance, its romanticised view of the deviance, or the neglect of structural factors, like what my student did. A significant minority of answers outlined criticisms of the labelling process. For example, it's discriminatory or unfair, rather than of the theory. Some students tended to recycle the same criticism in different guises or in different ways, and a few wrote excessively long answers to this question. To summarise, when answering the short questions, read the questions at least twice, highlight or underline the trigger words, remember the marks are gained by stating the identification point and outlining a short explanation. Make sure you start each new point on a new line, and after all, answer the question set. So massive thank you for watching. If you have got any comments or questions, please comment below. Feel free to share this video with anybody, other teachers or students, and just have a brilliant day. And I shall speak to you soon. Bye.